Hey, all my crafty friends. I'm here with another video for you with Brass and Bliss. I am so excited for this one. Our theme this month is summer, and yep, I cannot wait. We are finally starting to see green on our trees here in Michigan. We have blooming trees. The weather keeps on, taking us to 70 and then dropping us back down to 40. But we are getting excited here for a good warm up, and I'm all about summer cards right this second. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting down a piece of brown cardstock to our A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we are taking our brown ink and just going right around the sides here to make our center the focal. So what I did here is just took a really deep brown, I think it was the pecan of the color fuses, and did that. Now, once I let it dry, I still didn't have the wow factor that I wanted, so I ended up taking some black ink and going around the edges to make those edges very dark, because I just wanted my background to pop just a little bit more, but we're going to set that off to the side. So we are using our large, I think sunflower die is what this one is called. I will put it in the description below. Oops, I seen it there and then I flipped that a little too quick. But we are just using the top, so definitely think about all of the ways that you can use this. Now, if you don't have a die of a flower, use a stamp. Also, remember, if the stamp has a stem to it, don't be afraid. I know. Don't be afraid to cut your stamps. They will go back together if you just want to use the top of it, or just mask off the stem. You don't have to cut them. I know, because that's so nerve-wracking. Just cut off the stem. Now, this video is pretty short because I did cut out all of the die cutting. That part did take me quite a little bit of time. I think, cut out 6 of these flowers. But I always just pop on a YouTube video and go to town die cutting. And before I know it, it's all done. But yeah, so go look through your stash, because this card is such an easy card to reenact. And honestly, it has a wow factor. I think I'm like, Brass and Bliss has so many great flowers in their line. I'm honestly going to go through my stamp sets and go through all of their flowers and see if there's more flowers that I can do with this, and just make a ton of flower cards to give out, because I think this is a great card for just about any occasion that you're trying to perk up someone or just make somebody smile. This is a great one. All right, so we are doing the center of those sunflowers here, and we are, I think I went in with one of my darkest browns. I think this was a 420, I think, my E420, I believe. But I wanted something a little bit even darker, so I went over to my YRs. I know the colors of the Ohus are so crazy, and honestly, these are the old marker caps, so if you have the new ones, you just have to match the code. But this was a YR92. This was just a richer chocolate, and I knew that this was going to be the shadow behind the little center of my sunflower, so I just wanted it to be a bit darker. All right, I'm doing this all on my glass mat. Glass mats are absolutely amazing to work on. So much easy cleanup. I just used a little bit of rubbing alcohol and went to town. Oh, good. Look at me showing my caps. This is the back part of the sunflower, and I used Y180. I don't remember. It's like a yellow brownish, because I wanted it to be yellow and bright, but also a little bit deeper. So as you can see here, I wasn't quite sure what you were going to see behind that, and then I made the decision to actually take out that center part of the sunflower. You can use that part too, but I decided to take that center part out, and so I had to go back and redo it. And then you're going to see, I think in the next ones, I did them in all one layer so you wouldn't see my brush strokes. Next up, I do believe that I used Y2 I'm 95% sure I used Y2. I believe that color is called like sunflower, to tell you the honest truth. There we go. I'm just testing everything to see how it all looks. I love it. Now let's test it on our, and look at that. Okay, it does look like at this point I had went back in and used the black for those, yep, those centers. Just made that just a little bit darker. I just wanted it darker. Then I kind of, at that point, went through and made sure that I had enough and where I was going to place everything. And now let's get to assembling. We are using our Barely Arts glue for all of this, of course. I'll always have that linked below for you. And we're just building. We're just building. Now this is the other part where I just put on a little show and get to building like little Legos, right? All right, let's place these all. I wanted one to be the center, but not like the absolute center. So I moved it up just a little bit. And we're going to place these all down. Make sure they're down pretty good. So there's a couple layers to this paper now. So this is definitely not one of your one layer cards that you're going to see in my next video. But this one turned out so pretty, guys. So pretty. I cannot wait to give this to a recipient. This would be great for a Mother's Day card coming up. This would be great for just like I think that's what my sentiment on this is. It's just like a card that says like, you bring sunshine to my life, that type of thing. So pretty. All right. So my guillotine trimmer did not do an amazing job with all of these. You do have to remember I'm using 80-pound paper, actually 100-pound, I think, 100-pound weight paper, and it's 3 stacks high, and when I got to this lower part, it just wasn't loving it. If I would have kept it, I think, at the top part where it had a little bit more, yeah, when I go up here, I have a lot better, but it was ripping that one flower in the bottom, and I was so sad. But we fixed everything, and then we got out our scissors. I was like, okay, we're not going to mess with that anymore. We're just going to get out our good scissors and cut through all of these layers of paper. Honestly, like I said, if I would have kept it a little bit closer to the top where it has a little bit more leverage, I think it would have been fine. But lots of paper to cut through. All right, we're going to trim down those sides, and then we're going to use one of our leftovers or scraps to fill in that little edge right there. And look at how pretty that is, guys. I'm pretty obsessed with this card. And honestly, you could change the back of the card to like so many different colors, and I think it would make it pop. Like maybe like a green or a blue. Ooh, the blue would be so pretty for like blue skies. That would be amazing too. Brass and Bliss has several different sunflower dies and stamps, so definitely look at those. And yeah, make it, this one you don't need it as big, you could go even smaller. I think they have a couple of smaller sunflower dies that you could do smaller and make many more. And there's my sentiment: may today be filled with sunshine and smiles, laughter and love. Yes, that's what I thought. I had a little something on my stamp. I don't know what it was, so we redid that. As you can see there. Use all those scraps from all of that die cutting you just did. We are using our Versa Fine Black Onyx ink to do those, and it just usually needs one good pass of those stamps. And then these dies cut out so close and so good that we just absolutely love them. And I usually will cut out 2 or 3 layers of this to stack it up a little bit, just to give yourself a little bit of dimension. And you know, I am putting this over a couple layers of paper, so it just gives it a little bit more stability. Oh, look at that one. My magnet definitely moved. So we did that over again. We don't need to show it to you again. Look at this day. I am in a white North Face sweater, and then I believe like the next day was 70 degrees. That's so funny. How funny. I'm telling you. I think my next video I'm in a tank top, honestly. You won't be able to see it, obviously, but I am. All right, so here we go. We are just putting that down and finishing our card. Now, like I said, it did take me a little bit more time with the die cutting, but this is honestly a pretty easy one. All right, guys, thank you all for being here and I will see you in my next one. I hope this brought a little sunshine to your day.